Alright, I got sidetracked on a tangent. Just true about Black Wall Street and how we progressed today and how I'm not going to go into that part, but one thing that I forgot about mentioning is around certain people that are particularly palm colored, but it doesn't have to be. It could be the backside of my hand colored, and usually in the feminine area, but in mindset, if not in genitalia. When you're around people that are palm colored, that are ungodly in their nature, nothing feels right. Nothing feels right. The lack of spirit is off. Like, your clothes don't feel right. People move awkwardly. Like, the whole energy vibe is off. Like, in the whole areas where it's like sundown town energy, which my niggas like, don't go to sundown town. Well, and I've had white boys online like, we got green chips too. Well, so you're telling me you're willing to die for the cause? You know, you're trying to get Swiss, you're trying to be on a standoff and we all Swiss cheese the shit out of each other? Huh? And then it'll be on news because you won't be able to hide it. So I'm going to blow some shit up. Like, it's going to be massive. I'm like, nigga, come on now. Let's be realistic. You're human at the end of the day, and you're pussy. That's not, I've had, because you know how Reddit is, and these crazy-ass psychopathic white boys that are at home, like, all day, and they're online with their boyfriends, basically, chatting and being weird as fuck. They have all day to be weird. But that same energy that's congregated in the outside world, it gives off the weirdest vibe. Like, I'll put it like this. Say you used to be a clubbing person. This is for people of any color. Even if you're white, you know what I'm talking about. But you won't know from the standpoint because you don't experience your people hating God's people. And if you don't think God's people are God's people, you didn't actually read the Bible with even a lick of context clues. And you're dishonest, which means you're ungodly. You weigh it how you want to weigh it. I'm not here to judge you. God will judge you. But God's people can be anybody. You can be branched in. Or you can be Esau. Or you can, you know what I mean? I can keep on going for a bit. But when you enter into an area, like for example, you become new in Christ, and you used to go to the club, and you go to the club. But I've always been this way, but I can only imagine how people now that are freshly open to it, you go to the club, and you could sense the demons on people. Or you stop drinking. A lot of people that used to be massive alcoholics that stop drinking and hanging with alcoholics, and then they all of a sudden have to stop, it's exactly the same feel. People that are spiritually numb, they can't put a thumb on it. They go, oh, it's just common sense. No, you can feel it. Even if you didn't have any inclination to it, you can feel it. Like al-Kul is a spirit in Arabic. It's a demon-eating spirit. It takes over your mind and body, which you can literally see. And you wonder why white people love alcohol. Like when you pull yourself out of that, you become new in God, and you go back in there, and you think that the friends that you were trauma bonded with, because alcohol and all this extra shit, that's trauma bonded, you found no joy in life. Then you were like, whoa, this is weird. If you're spiritually even halfway aware, the whole energy is dense. You're in dark areas. You can almost see demons on people's faces, if you can at all. And you can see the demon actions that come out of them, and then in their words, in their heart. You can feel it. You can see the spazzing and the flipping of personalities, like without rhyme and reason, without any call for it. You can see how they're drawn to weird shit. You can see how weird people act, not just in club, but in general. Now go in a mass area, it's like strangely all white. You have white people that all at the same time start doing this, and they start following you, like with their eyes in a weird ass way, and then they'll try to treat you weird, and they're fucked, but they look like the weird ass creatures from They Live. They're like, you know, we have one that can see that, and their skin's all fucked up, and you know what I mean? It's like, yo, you're walking all weird and oblongs, and you're following me. Even if there's nothing to be stolen, it's just, I'm literally in places where there's nothing to be stolen. There's a white dude that was walking away, and he followed me for about like 5 seconds, and then he snapped out of it. And then realized, like, he doesn't even work at Walmart. He snapped out of a daze that he was following me. And I'm like, and I can see this out of my perfume. Like, when you're from the hood, you're not getting sucker punched much or at all. You're not getting snuck up on, and you're ready for business. Other people are not. like there's a video recently where a black man defended himself by being jumped by 9 white dudes while arguing with a chick outside of a club, and a white dude sucker punched this young dude, which he wasn't from the hood, so he didn't see this coming, and he didn't sleep him either, and he defended himself while being jumped and stomped on, whopped that dude that sucker punched him and killed him, like he hit his head on the curb and died, and then he got arrested for defending himself. These events of not, see, white people, they're like the ones that aren't spiritually grounded, even in the least. They have animal tendencies. Like, you have a white dude, like, you know, standing in your blind spot and like, oh, he's a sucker. But from those that are trained as a fighter, like, I can't put it to where the average person can get it, but fighters can get it, and fighters will know what the fuck I'm talking about. Fighters have extra senses that average people don't. Even if I allowed you to be in my blind spot, you know what not to do. Even if I gave you the most fakest shit, like people that have murderous intent, you're on the verge of fighter, but you're not fighter. You have a willful capability, but not the complete package of what I'm saying. Like, we, even as us melanated people, you can't deny your animal instincts. And there are animal traits that even they recognize very sharply. It's like, even if we're outnumbered, they know who not to do this to. They're like, I'll let you. Like, go ahead. Or even if I'm joking, even if I feed you the most, I'm really good at playing dumb. I had to do it my whole life. Being smart offends many people. I'm really good at playing dumb. So, especially if you're melanated and you're smart, it's dangerous. So you have to even double that skill for white people. So even if you can fool white people that you're dumb and just another dumb nigga, you know, they don't buy it, especially if you're selling it too much. But if you're completely convincing, even if you're naive, even if they have done their homework and they couldn't find proper information to make the proper assessment, they know instinctively that somehow they know who to and who not to do it to. And I've seen it. I've seen it in real life. It's a weird breakdown. It's a weird, like, how come you didn't sneak me? But you snuck him. And I know homeboy's nature. And I know his naivete. And I know that he's not trained. And I know he's dull-minded. I'm talking about another melanated brother. I'm like, oh, okay. And it's like, certain people can't play dumb. Because that's their default setting. There's nothing to it, regardless of race. And But that leads back to my whole point of giving off certain energy. They give off a negative energy that, just like positive people give off of energy to negative people, and it just rubs them wrong because they can't go about their wicked ways without being exposed. Now, wicked people give off energy, and there's more of them, and those more, even though they're not massively intelligent, they're intelligent enough to indoctrinate you early, and they're all on a board mindset, so that your indoctrination will be continuous and long running to get you to not realize that you are chosen and blessed by God. Like, palm-colored people or not, like those, because shit, even in our own community, our own women, my own women, really, a lot of them have been indoctrinated by feminism, which had nothing to do with them. Probably another reason why white women fetishize over black men. It's like, black women, you weren't subjugated like that. You were under the same issue that white women were. Black men never did you any of the wrongs that white men still do to their women and our women today, and our men. As you can see how Diddy got turned out by the industry. But selling your soul or searing your consciousness, as the Bible says, to where your soul is blocked off and you basically purposely cut yourself off and separated yourself from God, like the rest of the fallen. That, and some are born into a fallen state. You know, but I'm not going to go into too much tangent on that. My whole point being is, you can feel, for those that aren't trained in multiple things that are valuable to your life and others' lives, you can feel the energy of people that are basically, to put it simple, demonic. And you should take precautions. Not only that, you should take, as a group, people should take precautions. Not only that, if there were to be a Black Wall Street, we should take all this into another one after all the hundreds of ones were destroyed by palm-colored people. Maybe take in consideration that after them, even the good ones and the bad ones, there's a large group of people that will continue to do the same thing over and over and over until, one, we come back to God, and two, we come to our fucking senses. Not all people are human, and not all kinfolk, not all skin folk are kinfolk. Once we realize these three things, we'll be off till next time. Either way, like and subscribe.